The carbon monoxide theory. This theory explains why haunted houses are mostly older houses, and then why they more likely contain aging and defective appliances, and why more hauntings are reported in the colder months. Carbon monoxide poisoning would explain many of the occurrences in haunted houses, such as feelings of being watched, hearing footsteps or voices, seeing ghosts, headaches, dizziness, and sudden death or illness of people or pets, and also strange behavior in pets such as excessive barking or meowing. The carbon monoxide theory also explains why some ghosts don't show up on photographs or videos. Photographs that do show ghosts are usually caused by dust, insects, fingers, or camera straps in front of the lens and multiple exposures. So taking a deeper look into the carbon monoxide theory for haunted houses, the hypothesis suggests that reported paranormal experiences in certain houses or locations may be due to the presence of carbon monoxide gas rather than supernatural phenomenon. Carbon monoxide is a colorless and odorless gas that can be emitted by malfunctioning heating systems, faulty gas appliances, or poor ventilation. This theory started to gain attention after a case in the early 20th century known as the ghostly gas incident, where a family claimed to experience ghostly apparitions and strange occurrences in their home. Investigation later revealed that a faulty furnace leaking carbon monoxide into the house. Once the gas leak was fixed, the paranormal experiences ceased. The idea behind this theory is that exposure to high levels of carbon monoxide can cause a range of symptoms, including confusion, hallucinations, dizziness, and feelings of unease. These symptoms can mimic the sensations associated with paranormal encounters, leading people to believe that their house is haunted. While the carbon monoxide theory provides a plausible explanation for some hauntings, it's also important to note that not all paranormal experiences can be attributed to this phenomenon. Many reported ghostly encounters involve multiple witnesses, consistent patterns of activity, and historical background that cannot be explained solely by carbon monoxide exposure. Therefore, it's very crucial to conduct an investigation when encountering paranormal experiences, considering both natural explanations like carbon monoxide and the possibility of supernatural or psychological factors. Professional assessment of gas leaks and paranormal investigations can help differentiate between potential causes and provide appropriate solutions or assistance. So listen to this story from 1921. Mrs. H. accounted this to her doctor. She says, quote, "One morning I heard footsteps in the room over my head. I hurried up the stairs. To my surprise, the room was empty. I passed into the next, and then into all the rooms on that floor, and then to the floor above, to find that I was the only person in that part of the house. Sometimes, after I've gone to bed, the noises from the room are tremendous, as if furniture was being piled against the door, as if china was being moved about, and occasionally a long and fearful sigh or wail. Sometimes as I walk along the hall, I feel as if someone was following me, going to touch me. You cannot understand it if you've never experienced it, but it's real. As I was dressing for breakfast one morning, B, who is 4 years old, came to my room and asked me why I had called him. I told him I had not called him, that I had not been in his room. With big and startled eyes, he said, 'Who was it then that called me? Who made that pounding noise?' I told him it was undoubtedly the wind rattling his window. 'No,' he said, 'it was not that. It was somebody that called me. Who was it?' And so on he talked, insisting that he had been called, and for me to explain who it had been." End of quote. The hallucinations continued, with the family feeling the presence of the unknown. They experienced hauntings, rattling beds, lethargy, and temporary paralysis. The plants also started to wither and die. Mrs. H. also said, quote, "Some nights after I've been in bed for a while, I felt as if the bed clothes were jerked off me, and I've also felt as if I'd been struck on the shoulder. One night I woke up and saw sitting on the foot of my bed, a man and a woman. The woman was young, dark, and slight, and wore a large picture hat. I was paralyzed and could not move." End of quote. After speaking with different people about her haunted house, her brother-in-law suggests that they are being poisoned. He had heard similar accounts from people being poisoned by combustion gases experiencing similar symptoms. It turns out that the brother-in-law was right. Carbon monoxide from the furnace was flooding the home instead of escaping out the chimney. Very scary. But since carbon monoxide is colorless, odorless, and tasteless, their family thought that there were genuine ghostly hauntings trying to kick them out of their own home. But carbon monoxide was producing all of these effects and also offered a great ghost story, ghostly sights and sounds, and all of that. So as you can see, carbon monoxide was the culprit in this case, but not all cases. Speaking of ghost stories, here are 5 of my favorite infamous ghost stories. Coming in at number 5, the Grey Lady of Hampton Court Palace. Hampton Court Palace is a stunning Tudor palace in England, and it has its share of ghostly legends. The Grey Lady is believed to be the ghost of Cybele Penn, a nursemaid to Prince Edward VI. Cybele was accused of practicing witchcraft and was reportedly burned at the stake. Her spirit is said to wander the halls of Hampton Court, often appearing near the clock. Witnesses have described a sense of sorrow and despair when entering her apparition. Number 4. The Amityville Horror. Amityville Horror centers around the Lutz family's experiences in a house located in Amityville, New York. In 1974, the previous occupants of the house, the DeFeo family, were murdered by one of their own. The Lutz family moved into the same house a year later, but fled after just 28 days, not even a month, claiming a series of paranormal activities drove them away. Their experiences included strange odors, cold spots, unexplained swarms of flies, and visions of demonic figures. Coming in at number 3, the Bell Witch. The Bell Witch haunting is based on the story of the Bell family, who resided in Adams, Tennessee, during the early 19th century. They claimed to experience an onslaught of terrifying supernatural events. These included strange noises, knocking on walls, physical assaults, and even encounters with disembodied voice that seemed to have knowledge of their lives and the events in their lives, and personal details. The entity responsible for these occurrences came to be known as the Bell Witch. Number 2, the Tower of London Ghosts. The Tower of London is steeped in history, and it is no surprise that it is believed to be haunted. Anne Boleyn, the ill-fated wife of King Henry VIII, is said to haunt the tower, often spotted near the site of her execution. The ghost of Sir Walter Raleigh has also been sighted strolling along the battlements. Additionally, the tower is home to the legend of the ghostly bear, which is said to foretell tragedy if seen. And at number 1, my personal favorite, the Brown Lady of Raynham Hall. The Brown Lady is one of the most famous ghost photographs ever taken. In 1936, photographers captured an eerie image of a ghostly figure descending a staircase at Raynham Hall. The ghost is believed to be the Lady Walpole, the sister of Robert Walpole, the first Prime Minister of Great Britain. Lady Dorothy allegedly had an affair which resulted in her being confined to the house until her death. Witnesses have described her ghostly figure appearing in photographs and sightings throughout the years. In conclusion, the carbon monoxide ghost theory does offer a plausible explanation for some reported hauntings over the years. The theory suggests, in recap, that high levels of carbon monoxide can lead to symptoms such as confusion, hallucinations, and feeling of unease, which can be misinterpreted as a paranormal experience. As we talked about, the infamous ghostly gas incident where a family's hauntings experiences were linked to a carbon monoxide leak gives us kind of a compelling case supporting this theory. It highlights the importance of considering natural explanations for paranormal encounters before assuming supernatural causes. However, and I want to stress this, it is very crucial to know that this theory does not account for all hauntings, and many ghostly encounters do involve multiple witnesses, consistent patterns of activity, and historical context that go beyond the influence of carbon monoxide exposure. There are many examples, as we talked about, but to unravel the mysteries behind reported hauntings, we have to take everything into account, and careful examination can help us get to the truth. Ultimately, The carbon monoxide ghost theory serves as a reminder that we should approach paranormal claims with skepticism and critical thinking. While it offers valuable insights into certain cases, it is essential to keep an open mind and consider a range of possibilities when exploring the supernatural world.
Premium Forever Love necklace to my beautiful love. Buy this necklace, click my YouTube video description product link, and shop now.